The unmistakable skyline of Valletta, the ancient fortress city straddling one of the world's most spectacular natural harbours. A lasting memorial to the vision of the Knights of St. John, Valletta is a remarkable early example of a planned city. Visitors are irresistibly drawn to its maze of steep, narrow streets, where elegant stone-built facades are enriched with beautifully fashioned wooden balconies. With every corner steeped in history, the city unrolls an ever-changing panorama. From the treasures of its museums to the splendor of its richly ornamented churches and the magnificent palaces of the knights. The fascinating story of Valletta and of the entire Maltese archipelago is brought vividly to life at the Malta Experience, the country's foremost tourist attraction. Located at scenic St. Elmo's Bastions, the long-established Malta Experience has already been enjoyed by over 3 million visitors. At its heart is a superb, purpose-built multi-vision theatre, equipped with surround sound, where visitors can select the soundtrack in the language of their choice.
In the beginning was a dark time, a time of change and birth. Driven by elemental forces, seas swelled and shrunk. Mighty land masses transformed themselves, and the Maltese archipelago came into being.
The Malta Experience embraces 7,000 years of human history, beginning with the mysterious legacy of the island's prehistoric inhabitants, and charting the stories of wave after wave of invading peoples, each contributing to the unique character of the islands. A highlight of the show is the dramatic story of St. Paul's Maltese shipwreck.
Lashed by a merciless storm, Paul's ship ran aground and broke up. Miraculously, everyone aboard managed to struggle to land, where the natives showed them great kindness, kindling a fire to warm them. The land was Malta.
The Knights of St. John ruled the islands for some 250 years. The Malta Experience brilliantly chronicles their rise and fall, including the climactic Great Siege.
The Turks now turned their attention on Birgu and Senglea, and the course of the siege took an even grimmer and bloodier turn. Mustafa Pasha, the commander of the Ottoman army, had the decapitated bodies of knights nailed to makeshift wooden crosses and floated downstream towards Fort St. Angelo.
The island's rich story continues through Napoleon's French occupation and the coming of British rule.
By the time of the defeat of the French at Trafalgar in 1805, Britain's navy had become a keystone of her imperial strategy, and the Maltese Islands were to be central to her grand design.
The Second Great Siege of World War II tested the islanders' bravery and endurance to the limit. The Malta Experience movingly describes their ordeal and their ultimate salvation.
The people of the islands had withstood 2.5 years of hellish danger and deprivation. Standing alone in the central Mediterranean, they had pitted themselves against the might of the Axis forces, making a vital contribution to the achievement of an Allied victory.
The Malta Experience ends on a high note, celebrating the lifeblood of the islands, the people whose experience lies at the heart of the story of their land. Informative, entertaining, and beautifully crafted, it is the ideal introduction to the history and culture of the Maltese Islands.